morning. Welcome to the Temple of Light, Center for Spiritual Living here in beautiful, sunny Kingston, Jamaica. Please join me in an opening affirmative prayer. Right here and right now, in this moment, as we breathe in the beauty of this space and the sanctity of this place, we know that right where we are, all of God is fully present and active. And we know that this morning's service is a perfect idea that is unfolding in right and perfect ways, with words, with music, with thoughts and feelings that inspire and uplift and take us to that place where we know that we are the expression of God, being joy, being peace, being love, being light. Everyone that we meet is engaged and inspired to be the best version of themselves. So we give thanks. We give thanks for the opportunity this morning to know, and to know that we know. For this I truly give thanks, and I release these words now into that infinite law that has already made it so. And so it is. In our program, there is the affirmation of divine love, which is found on page 2. Let us do that together. Divine love is doing its perfect work here and now. Divine love harmonizes, divine love adjusts, divine love prospers, divine love foresees everything and richly provides every good thing for this church now. Divine love is now victorious, and so it is. We'll do our chant and followed by a few moments of silence. Be still, in quiet and in peace. We know the joy and wonder of release. In the Father's arms, all troubles disappear. In this secret place, there is no doubt or fear. Be still, unceasingly we pray, aware that love will guide us on our way. The truth has set us free to live in harmony. So it is, and so we let it be. So we take into the silence the thought that we are one in harmony. Take a deep breath in and return to this space. Our inspirational reading this morning comes from a Science of Mind magazine from October 2006. And the epigraph is, "The Lord is my shepherd." This is from Psalm 23. And the title is, "I am divinely guided." I am divinely guided to right action in every experience of this day. I know that true wisdom is of God, and that it uses my consciousness as its seat of operation. God is the shepherd of my life, and this inner mind and love guide me into paths of perfection and ways of joy. God's perfect action can never cease and can never be delayed. Always it guides me. Always it inspires me. Always it blesses and benefits me. I rejoice in my inner source of truth, for it never fails me. Each hour I am sustained by truth. Each moment I am led into right thinking. Each instant I am inspired to do the loving thing, to speak the loving word. Because I follow the guidance of the Spirit within me, I am a blessing to my fellow man. Infinite mind sustains me at every moment. I never fear indecision, for divine ideas lead me aright. There is a power born of God which indwells me, upholds me, and guides me. I am receptive to it, and am blessed and benefited by it. Divine inspiration is upon me, and I rejoice in its wise instruction. I am powerful in my decisions, and the law produces my good. And the affirmation reads, God in me knows what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. I am now one with God, and this full knowledge is now mine. I am free from all uncertainty, for my God delivers every idea to me at the instant of time that I need it. The Lord is my shepherd, and I let my inner Lord control my mind, discipline my emotions, and keep straight my affairs. All doubt is destroyed. All truth is revealed. And so it is. And guess what our praise song is? The Lord's my shepherd. Please stand, please. The Lord's my shepherd, I not want. He makes me down to lie in pastures green. He leadeth me the quiet is. Can we now do the blessing of our center? It's on a flyer. Together, the Temple of Light, Center for Spiritual Living, is a sacred field embodying our spiritual community from which the Christ, peace, love, and joy emanate, to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, and to liberate anyone who comes into contact with it in any way. The light of the Christ illumines us, our center, and our environment. Our spiritual community is filled with and surrounded by the presence of God, and is growing from strength to strength. The power of God expands our consciousness of truth, guiding us ceaselessly along the paths of wisdom, spiritual growth, unfoldment, and attainment. We are blessed, and to God be the honor and the glory forever. And so it is. Thank you. Please sit. Can we have the children come up for the lighting of the candle and the blessing? Who? Janicia, you light the candle. Morning, Janisa.
I light this candle on behalf of all youths of the world. Let us behold the Christ in it.
And so it is. The blessing is on page 3. We love you. We appreciate you. We salute the Christ in you. And we see you as shining lights unto your world. God is blessing you now. And so it is. And now we have our mission song. The temple of light, the temple of light, the temple of light. We are a people with a vision, one with spirit on a mission. To touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, to love and liberate anyone who comes into contact with us, anytime, night or day. The temple of light, the temple of light, the temple of light. We are a people with a vision, one with spirit on a mission. To touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, to love and liberate anyone who comes into contact with us, anytime, night or day. Yeah! Doesn't that feel good? Thank you, Maestro Noel Dexter. And now I'm going to bring you a few announcements. There's a flyer in the program that outlines all the activities, but I'm just going to highlight some here. Excuse me. Our beautiful floral arrangements this morning were done by a floral angel who wishes to remain anonymous using the flowers from our garden. So let's give her a hand. And thank you, Floral Angel, whoever you are, for all that you do. Thank you. Do we have any first-time guests with us this morning? If there is, would you please stand so we can acknowledge you properly? None? Okay, then we're all family today. This morning, following our service, right after the service, join Reverend Michael for Discovery. And he leads this discussion period based on the use of our teaching in our daily lives. So this morning, he'll be speaking about 10 ways and places to talk to God. So stick around, that's at 10:30. Excuse me. Our spiritual mind healing services continue on Tuesday at 6 p.m. And this Tuesday, practitioner Steve Golding will be conducting a musical, truth-filled evening. So join him on Facebook. The link is shared in your email. So you know what that means. If you're not in the email, get on the email, okay? Our master class, now you've all been hearing about this for months. It's coming up on the last weekend, the 27th to the 29th of October. It's the last weekend in October. Well, I hate to tell you, but if you don't register yet, too bad. You can't come. Please come. For those who have registered, please come this week to finalize all arrangements. No, it's done already. No better. But we will let you know, for those who have registered, when you need to come in, just to have a word, to finalize the arrangements for the weekend. Okay, so because there'll be transportation provided, you have to meet here to take care of that and all that. So check in, we'll get back to you. Those who have registered, those who have not registered, see you next year. Well, you know that good things are always happening here, right? Not only with the temple, but with our members. And this Thursday, our beloved Dr. Lilith, no, it's Thursday coming, she will be the recipient of prestigious Living Legacy Award from the Caribbean Community of Retired Persons, otherwise known as CCRP. And she's just being shy. The award ceremony takes place on Thursday. But you have to buy a ticket if you want to go. Okay? We're proud of you, Dr. Liam. Also, Carol Campbell, that's me. Jeweler, teacher, healer, practitioner, baker, and other things. I will be on Palav on RJR Radio this afternoon at 3:30, and I'll be, wait, let me tell you what. I'll be speaking on behalf of the Wattle and Red Earth Collective, which is an organization close to my heart, and I'll be talking about the organization and our upcoming auction, which happens the end of this week here, Friday and Saturday. So tune in, RJR at 3:30 on Palav. Now we continue to respond to all your prayers, your requests for prayers. Our practitioner is always available to pray with you immediately following our Sunday service and all during the week too. But today, our practitioner on duty is Chima Davidson, and the number to call is 876-289-0907. And if you want to speak to a practitioner anytime during the week from 8 till midnight, Monday to Friday, call the same number, 876-289-0907. Pastoral counseling is also available. Please call the office for appointments. Donations, tithes, offerings of all kinds, time, treasure, talent, we thank you for helping us to be a beacon of light in the world. If you wish to support our ministry financially, kindly visit our donate page at donate.templeoflightcsl.org, where you'll find all our banking details. Thank you, as together we support a world that works for everyone. This concludes our announcement highlights. Please join me now in our first hymn, God is our source. sound wonderful. Have a seat and get ready to be inspired, to be lifted up, to know what it means to have God as your source. Please help me welcome our own Rev Ann Shand.
Thank you, Lady Carol. Good morning, everyone. Let me add my own words of welcome to this, our beloved spiritual space, the Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living, Kingston, Jamaica. We thank you for joining with us, sharing your consciousness, those in the sanctuary and those in cyberspace. Let us start this morning with an affirmation. I'll repeat it once, and then together we'll chant it. There is one life. That life is, no, let me finish it, we quite have a rhythm. There is one life. That life is God life. That life is my life. All right, ready? There is one life. That life is God life. That life is my life. You want to say it again? All right. There is one life. That life is God life. That life is my life. Good. Oh, you get where we're going. Harriet Hawkins of the Center for Spiritual Living, Livermore Valley, California, shared this quote from the book, The Gentle Art of Blessing by Pierre Pradovant. And it says, the principle of infinite harmony and love governing the universe is intensely concerned about your happiness and just will not let you go until you have reached total bliss and infinite fulfillment, end of quote. And our beloved Dr. Ernest Holmes, the mind behind our teaching, has a similar quote, and it goes like this. We know there is a power far greater than we are. There's a love that casts out fear, and a faith that overcomes all obstructions. We must permit ourselves through affirmative thinking to enter into the power and this love with complete confidence. If we can believe that the Spirit within us, God, makes perfect and happy the way before us, we then enter into conscious union with everything that lives and commune with the Spirit in all people and all things. There then develops an intimate relationship to the presence and the power which controls everything, and we know we can trust it. End of quote. Simplify. The first quote is saying, the principle that governs the universe is focused on our happiness and will support us as we aspire towards bliss and fulfillment. The psalmist in 138, verse 8, has it down to a T. It says, he will perfect that which concerns us. And the second quote, there is a power far greater than we are. There is a love that casts out fear, faith that overcomes all obstructions, through affirmative thinking, which deepens our connection with this power and love, and with belief that cements the connection. Our way before us is perfect and happy. With practice, there develops an intimate relationship with His presence and power. So deep a relationship that there is absolute trust. No, it becomes a way of being. So then why are we not walking on water or living in a state of perpetual bliss and harmony? Remember, nothing is separate from this relationship. So the state of being now being declared as one of total bliss and harmony means everything that concerns us is encompassed within its infinite loving arms. Remember, Reverend Michelle gave us something to do from last week. We needed to look at things to be dealt with in order to achieve the manifestation of our long-held desires. It's a homework to pursue. There's nothing stopping us from living this life of bliss and fulfillment. Even the universe is waiting, as Reverend Michael would say, in smiling repose, waiting on us. And that's what it wants, for us to live like that, perfect happiness and in bliss with total fulfillment of all our desires. Martha Smock, in her book, Halfway Up the Mountain, states that happiness is a habit. Sounds simple, and it is, but not that easy. No habit is formed without repetition. So if you want happiness, what are we to practice? Can happiness be taught? Two business experts at Massachusetts Institute of Technology think so. Here is why. They think nurturing happiness takes work, but doing it right can lead to greater productivity and stronger relationships, so said one of the lecturers, Susan Neal. The other lecturer is Robert Posen. The name of the course is Pursuing Happiness and a Meaningful Life. This course, yes, is for the corporate world because they theorize that companies who take workers' happiness and satisfaction seriously boost productivity. So my sharing this morning is about when there's a feeling of overwhelm or disconnection. Within is the answer. Wow. Overwhelm? Within. We are reminded that affirmative thinking, what is taught through the spiritual practices and principles of our teaching, will evolve as a life filled with happiness, no matter what the challenges are. We are reminded that this is done through a conscious union, an inward, intimate relationship with the presence we call God. This power that controls everything, and we can trust it. The set of classes now being taught by Reverend Sonia, practitioners Steve and Vance, assisted by Sheena Robinson, Ignite Your Life with Bible Wisdom, will at one point or the other deal with 3 parables about loss. The lost sheep, lost coin, and the lost son, the prodigal son. You know that story. But I wanted to focus this morning on the lost sheep, Luke 15, verse 4 to 6 from the Judeo-Christian Bible, the King James Version. It says, "What man of you, having 100 sheep, if he lose one of them, doth not leave the 99 in the wilderness and go after that which is lost until he find it? And when he hath found it, he layeth on his shoulders rejoicing. And when he cometh home, he called together his friends and neighbors, saying unto them, Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep which was lost." End of quote. That is an advertisement for Ignite Your Life with Bible Wisdom. Anyway, metaphysically, Irvin Seal in his book, Learn to Live, notes that all through the Judeo-Christian Bible, sheep and shepherd are symbols of the spiritual mind. The chief belief or dominant conviction in the mind is the shepherd, which shepherds all our thoughts, moods, attitudes, and outlook of the mind. So ideally, the consciousness of the law, which is how God works, and the presence of God should be the dominant shepherd of the consciousness. This spiritual shepherd is always on guard, that he loses none of his sheep to the negatives of the outside world. When his hope or confidence wanders away, he is quick to bring it back to the fold. He will leave 99 stable emotions to work upon one that is unstable until he gets it harmoniously in line with the whole plan and purpose of the individual's life. Another metaphysical idea from another writer adds that we must pay attention to every aspect of our lives. There's nothing minor or major in the unfolding of life's expression. Is still one life. And as we expand our awareness, our consciousness, we must be appreciative of every detail of our unfolding. Step by step, we recognize who our source is and the spiritual behind every material attribute of our life. Harefield notes that we do have the right and the opportunity to have more fulfilling lives, providing we do not separate ourselves, but rather appreciate our expansion of consciousness and maintain always the balance. God first, and everything fits into place. His admonition is, and I quote, "It would be beneficial if we learned to observe our lives as they unfold, to ensure and ensure that we place the bricks of our destiny correctly, always having a sufficient quantity of positive bricks to complete the whole building process." So you understand, you're building a house, right? And brick by brick, as you lay the foundation, you come on up the wooden walls, you put on the roof, everything, you must pay attention. Because if you leave out a brick out of the foundation, what do you think will happen? When an earthquake comes, it will rock, and it may not go back to the shape that it was supposed to be. So what he's trying to say is that as you unfold, pay attention to every aspect of your being, your feelings, how you react to life, and ensure that everything that you put in place for the building of your consciousness fits perfectly. You cannot put cement on one block and then miss out two afterwards, zigzag. And you're looking at the wall when you finish and it paint up and pretty, and you say, "Boy, why it leans so?" You know why? No, because some of the blocks, the block pockets, have not been filled. So what he's trying to do is that you must pay attention, block by block, and make sure you have some extra blocks by the side. So if anything happens, something in a crack, you fit in the next one. That's all he's trying to tell us. And it is important. You cannot live and just leave some things, so. And then you want a whole building of consciousness that is perfect, whole, and complete. So you live in absolute bliss and total fulfillment. So how we do that? How do we do that? The first one is through affirmative thinking. We have to develop a habit of thinking affirmatively. And an inward, intimate relationship with the presence and power and love that created us out of itself. Dr. Holmes tells a wonderful story about a man who met the shepherd. It goes like this. An old minister and a young minister was attending a convention, and the young minister had just finished learning how to quote the 23rd Psalm very beautifully, and so he was asked to recite it to the assembly. He thought his recitation was good, but there wasn't much comment on it, about it. He had everything it took as far as appearance and delivery were concerned. Toward the end of the day, the old minister was asked to recite the psalm too, and before he was finished, everyone was in tears. Now the young minister grew up to be a great minister. He went to another person present that day and said, "I know all the techniques of platform work. I have a good voice, and I have personality plus, haven't I?" The other man agreed. "And wasn't my delivery of the psalm dynamic? Wasn't it good?" The young man asked. The other man agreed that yes, was a beautiful rendition. So he said, "Do you think old Mr. So-and-so read it as well as I did?" "No," was the answer. "Well then, what does he have that I haven't?" And the other fellow said, "Son, he has met the shepherd, and you haven't." So here is the great young minister with all the attributes, the 90 and 9. But one was missing. That sheep idea, the shepherd, the Christ consciousness was missing from his beautiful rendition. So the shepherd is the individual realization of the presence of God within us, a constant, a way of being, living, moving, and having our awareness in that presence. So we must cultivate by practicing the presence of God in every aspect of our being, until our behavior patterns change to that habit of focusing on the life of God in us, as us, and around us. And I remind you again of our affirmation. There's one life. That life is God's life. That life is my life. So let us focus on our 5-step affirmative prayer that we teach. It will assist us. But for today, we're going to just do the first 2 steps, but I'm going to refresh your memories as to what the 5-step affirmative prayer is. 5 fingers. Recognition, unification, realization, thanksgiving, release. Are you ready to receive? That's what it means. But today we're talking about the first 2 steps. Recognition, first step. We recognize the presence of God everywhere. This all-powerful, all-knowing presence. So when you look in the mirror, look straight in your eyes and allow the recognition of the God presence to awaken in your eyes. Don't look away. Just gently stare until a feeling of the presence of God awaken in the heart space. Try it, it works. And you can chant, there's one life. That life is God's life. The second step is unification. It is also called identification. Here we remember who we are, made in the image and likeness of that all-knowing, all-powerful presence. So we can affirm there's one life. That life is God's life. That life is my life. So any attribute or quality of God that comes up in the consciousness, especially when you're looking, staring in your eyes and realizing the beauty of God, is you, through you, as you. You can smile even if there's one side lean or it don't look so happy this morning. Stare until you sense and know that the presence of God is just fulfilling in its happiness and its joy through you. This is a tool, friends. So, first step, recognition. Second step, identification. I'm one with the Creator. I am made in the image and likeness of my Creator. All its attributes and qualities I mirror. That is life, love, wisdom, power, peace, beauty, and joy. That emanates from each one of us because that is what we are made out of. So practice, practice, practice. Because we understand that once you practice, in every moment, God is showing up through us. Each one of us, wherever you find yourself, that is an opportunity for the presence of one of those attributes to show up through you. The creative principle is also working through you to people our world of affairs with ideas that flow from the divine intelligence practice. So we can say in the moment, I don't know. But if you just remember, God is wisdom, I am wisdom, the idea in that moment must come through. There's nothing new under the sun, and we are the channels through which God's wisdom and intelligence flow through. So you know what to know when you know it, right? Or in the moment, you know what to do. So with practice, it enlarges our consciousness to allow even more of the infinite to transform our lives into that which is blissful and harmonious. Our way is always made perfect and clear. We grow, we unfold, thrive, and flourish, and there are always issues that arise. But guess what? There's always room to expand our awareness of what it is and do whatever is necessary, because we are always tapping into an infinite field of possibilities. We are never alone, as this intimate connection permits joy, and indeed our very body temples will reflect wholeness with a capital W. Daily renewal takes place because we are wired into that perfect blueprint held in the mind of God. Our souls are being nourished as our vibration is at a higher level of expression. So we therefore attract only what is mirrored at that high level of becoming, because we are always in a state of becoming better and better and better. So from the stillness of our beings, our lives become a living reality of that perfect union of divine and human. Clarity is the normal way of seeing our world of engagement. There is no reaction to events, people, or conditions. We know that we know. And from that standpoint, we act decisively because we are a channel for precise and correct decisions. There is order and perfect activity in all that we think, say, and do. God in man as man is man. So there is beauty, grace, harmony happening wherever we are from this elevated state that we live, move, and have our being. And we always trusting in that unassailable power of the law. So our word must come to fruition because we know that we are the channel through which God works. So when we have a desire, we put it into words, verbalize it, and what happens? Demonstration. So let us get to that point of deep understanding that we are spiritual beings. So we must operate at that level of our conscious awareness. Our lives have meaning and depth. We glow with the love of God and radiate only peace and order wherever we find ourselves. And from that article about the course taught by Massachusetts Institute of Technologies, I think it's the Sloan campus, the participants in the pursuit of happiness and a meaningful life learn that if one operates at that level, they are better team members, they are kinder to others, there is self-control as they manage their emotions, they are able to take control of situations as they do not react to issues by the fight and flight instinct, but there is confidence. This allows easy modification of behavior. It strengthens mental attitudes, and this sense of well-being is normal and natural. They are exposed to mindfulness. It sounds like somebody went to Science of Mind class, but that's not true because the information is available everywhere. As I said, they are exposed to mindfulness. They savor every moment, living from a state of awe. The person who wrote the article says, awe helps frame the understanding that the world does not revolve around you and that we are all in this together. Nice to teach the corporate world that. Living from that state opens us to the beauty of nature, the beauty of the human soul, as we are able to listen empathetically. It bolsters our friendships, and our relationships are better because there's no judgment, only acceptance. We have the ability to reframe experiences. Forgiveness is not a block, but an avenue for healing to express love and harmony. All of the above when we have met the shepherd. Living from the oneness with God and allowing that Christ consciousness to transform our world into that which is blissful and fulfilling. So let us practice now those two steps in every moment, in every day. Just remember, I am one with God. Our God is love. I am one with God, therefore I am love, right? So you let that wrap around our conscious awareness, and the truth will always outpicture as Spirit's highest expression of our unfoldment in that moment. So it's worthy of practice. God is peace. I am peace. God is joy. God is prosperity. Okay, all right. God is perfect health. Right. So in conclusion, I leave with you a statement from James Allen. It's taken from As a Man Thinketh. Tempest-tossed souls, wherever we may be, under whatsoever conditions we may live, know this: in the ocean of life, the isles of blessedness are smiling, and the sunny shores of your ideal awaits your coming. Keep your hand firmly upon the helm of thought. In the back of your soul reclines the commanding master. He does but sleep. Wake him. Self-control is strength. Right thought is mastery. Calmness is power. say unto your heart, peace, be still. And I say, wow, after that. Namaste.
I told you. Thank you so much, Reverend Ann, for reminding us that there really is one life. This life is God's life. And this life is our life now. Always has been, always will be. And we need to practice what we know. Okay? It's one thing to know, but if you don't practice it, there's no evidence that you know what you say you know. So, now that we know, let's do it. Is there a musical item? Okay, we are the musical item today. So before we sing, let's do our prayer of Jamaica, found on your flyer. Let's stand, please. Together. The radiant light of God's love is now flowing through us and from us to everything and everyone it touches. The eternal light of God's love now completely fills, covers, and surrounds our island Jamaica. The glowing intensity of the light of God's love now interpenetrates and awakens within the hearts and minds of our countrymen and women the truths of life which set free. The light of God's love is growing and glowing in intensity in the hearts and minds of mankind everywhere. Love, health, harmony, goodwill, peace, uprightness, integrity, joy, prosperity, kindness, and our oneness under God are now established. And so it is. Now we're going to sing.
Musical item.
Let's be what we're made to be. Isn't this our destiny? Let's get started now today. Upward on our way. Let's be what we really are. Seek and find our inner star. Let's go forward in the light. Faces shining bright. Sons of God, unlimited are we. Let us prove the truth that sets us free. Let's accept our highest good, knowing we're in brotherhood. Now the good in all we see. Let's don't wait, let's be. Okay, thank
Always
you.
I love that little hymn.
Now let us take our love offerings in our hands. Reverend Ann, this is you.
Together. Lovingly
And let's
I
say the
give.
blessing. Lovingly I
give.
give.
Joyfully I receive. Be thou fruitful, increase and multiply. Bless, prosper, and enrich everyone whom you touch, and replenish all of my financial affairs.
So be it. Thank you, Father. And so it is. And we'll do the peace song, and as we're doing the peace song, please come and put your offerings in the box. And following that, we will have
closing
the
affirmative prayer.
closing affirmative prayer and the love offering blessing. Okay? Yes,
celebrate that power and presence, which is indeed that which brought us into being. It's love, it's light, it's peace, and it's joy. I know that as we go from this place, each one of us, wherever we are, we glow with the radiation of spirit. We are whole, we are complete. Our lives fulfill the mission that we came here to be. Spiritual beings on an earthly experience. So we know and declare that our experience is that which is good, perfect, and whole. Wherever we find ourselves, we are indeed a blessing. So we give thanks for who we are. We give thanks for where we were placed, and know that we thrive and flourish in the love and understanding that we are one with all that is good, all that is perfect, and all that is powerful. This is the truth about each one of us. And I give thanks that all this is so, and so it is. Yes. So remember, Tuesday, share with Steve with music and what else he has in store for you. I'm sure it's going to be good. And we have classes Thursday morning, 11:30 with Reverend Michelle. And Thursday night on Zoom, or before that class, Ignite Your Life, you have prayer power. Don't miss it. Transformative power of God's grace is just filling our lives. So remember, prayer power, then the class, Ignite Your Life with Bible Wisdom. And we'll be back here next week, same place, same time. God bless you all.
And don't forget Discovery.
Yes, we have discovered Reverend Michael right after church, but I want the parents for a moment in the prayer room. Okay? All right?